Pendragon is a new narrative tactics game from Inkle Studios, creators of 80 Days and Heaven's Vault, and this time they're taking on the story of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. It's great fun, sometimes touching and sometimes heartbreaking in this pop-up book style adventure through history, and it's an entertaining genre mashup between turn-based tactics and narrative adventure. So the following is my review of the new game from Inkle Studios, Pendragon. And if you're new around here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest video game reviews and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. It's likely that you've heard of Queen Guinevere, Sir Lancelot and the Knights of the Round Table, but the clever thing about Pendragon is piecing together the story of the fall of King Arthur through each of your playthroughs. Players can select a single character at the start and then set off on their adventure, uncovering narrative clues and history as you make your way to Camelot to face off against Arthur's rival, Sir Modred. It's AD 673 and Camelot has fallen. The jealous Sir Modred has broken the Fellowship of the Round Table with hatred and lies. Now, King Arthur faces his final battle, and will Sir Lancelot be reunited with Queen Guinevere? Will she spurn him or embrace him? And can Morgana Le Fay be trusted? Where is Merlin? And who lies buried in Modred's graveyard? And what has become of the legendary blade Excalibur? Secrets are going to be uncovered, hearts are going to be broken, people will die, but maybe, just maybe, King Arthur can be saved. At the start of the game, players can select between Queen Guinevere and Sir Lancelot, and each character has a different point of view. You uncover more of the story as you play through. Players pick up characters as they go. For example, when I was playing with Lady Guinevere, I met Morgana Le Fay, the evil witch of Arthurian legends. Morgana then became an unlockable character, and there's 6 more to unlock after her. Throughout your playthrough, and hopefully multiple playthroughs, you'll pick up a bunch of characters and be able to add them to your party, which you're going to need for that final showdown against Sir Modred and his clan of knights. All roads point to Camelot and King Arthur facing off against his arch-rival Sir Modred, but each time you play through you're going to make narrative choices which shape the story that unfolds before you. And this plays into the strengths of Inkle Studios, as they've built a very fine reputation on wonderful narrative games like 80 Days and Heaven's Vault. As for the other mechanics in the game, this is more of a departure for Inkle, as the combat comes in the form of a tactics-based game. On the world map there's a number of locations that you'll visit along the way, and each one is a board which you'll have to safely navigate your way across, 1 or 2 spaces at a time. Standing in your way are going to be enemies like wolves, spiders and Modred's knights, or even wandering townsfolk. Your character or party then becomes like pieces on a chessboard. Players can move in a straight line, or you can switch up your stance to attack and move diagonally. Different enemies have different attack patterns, and it's your job to get to the other side of the board safely and make your way through an area without dying and reach your final destination, and that showdown with Arthur versus Modred. At the start of the game there's a nice tutorial taking you through the basics like moving, attacking and complementary mechanics like the morale meter and rations. If you get in a real sticky situation then you can flee, but beware, this doesn't always work and you could be caught in a very deadly situation. As you make progress you'll pick up new skills and abilities like being able to push forward and gain an additional square, or powerful skills like skewering 2 opponents in a line. The tactics elements have been boiled down to the bare essentials, which makes the game very accessible, but that doesn't mean the game is easy by any stretch. You'll have to keep an eye on what your enemies are doing and plan a few moves ahead. Don't just go charging into battle, as your playthrough could end very quickly. One false move and you're dead, so do be careful. This is where the combination of tactics and narrative come into play and is something quite unique. John Ingold from Inkle Studios recently described the game as a game of chess where the pieces talk to one another. At certain moments in battle you do have narrative opportunities, and this can swing the outcome of a battle one way or the other. Players can then escalate and de-escalate the situation with one narrative choice, so do think carefully about what you say. The battle mechanics are easy to understand, and if you're well versed in tactics games then you'll likely take to this like a duck to water. Combined with attacks and movement you've got the morale meter, and if you play defensively then your morale is going to go down. And it's wise to keep morale high, as it will allow you to unlock new abilities in battle, so try and balance the morale and keeping it on the higher side. You don't want to be backed into a corner with low morale only to find a move that could save you as disabled due to low morale, and believe me, I know. Rations are key to keeping healthy and ready for a fight throughout the game, and as the days unfold in your playthrough, you'll need to rest, and rations will help you replenish that health, making sure you're ready for the fight. Replayability definitely comes to mind when I think about Pendragon. As you unlock new characters along the way, you'll want to play through again from the start with these new faces to see and hear their point of view. Lancelot proclaims his love for Guinevere and hopes Arthur will find it in himself to forgive him, whereas Guinevere just longs to see her king again. A single playthrough of the game is relatively short, but you won't uncover all of the details in a single playthrough. Each time you start a new playthrough, the board is randomised, so you're going to get something new each time you play, whether that be unlocking a new playable character or finding one of the many hidden secrets within Pendragon. Finding out what Merlin's up to, as well as the legendary sword Excalibur, was high on my to-do list. There's plenty of great secrets in the game, and they'll keep you coming back time after time. There's something about this combination of tactics and replayable story I really enjoyed with Pendragon. I vaguely knew the story of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, but uncovering it through this series of different character perspectives is super fun, and the gameplay and mechanics are really enjoyable too. I found the game quite tricky, but I'm not a huge tactics game player, so experts in the field may have much easier time of it than I did. There are three main beats to the game: tactics, narrative adventure and Arthurian lore. If you're interested in any of these or a combination, then I definitely recommend Pendragon to you. The game is charming with a beautiful pop-up book style artwork and excellent music, so it's a pleasure to play through again, and you'll want to as the characters are lovable and interesting. Successful playthroughs unlock higher difficulty tiers, so the more you play through, the better you're going to get, and you have the option of ramping up that challenge. The overall visual design, from the way the narrative unfolds to the clean UI, clearly explaining what's going on, is a massive strength of the game, and is beautiful too. So I definitely enjoyed my time playing Pendragon, and I would definitely recommend it to you. So the developer was Inkle Studios. It's available on PC via Steam and GOG, and you can check out the links down below to those stores, and it was released today on the 22nd of September 2020. And I have to send a shout out and thanks to Inkle Studios for providing a review copy of the game.